I'm so excited about this one. It's not very often we get to review a masterpiece, and Badlands is one of my favourite films.
Three hours later.
All right. Predator, Badlands.
I didn't want to tell you, but yeah. Hello and welcome to Woodshed Reviews, where we look at films old and new, good and bad. On today's show, it's Predator Disneylands. No, Predator Badlands.
The ways of your kind are ones of violence. Either you are hunted, or you become the hunter.
So we went to see it last night. We've slept on it. I think you are a bit more positive about it than me, so will we go with the good first?
We can try. I think like you, I prefer my Predator films grounded and gritty, more believable.
Yeah.
Like Predator 1 and 2.
Knock, knock.
I find it difficult to believe that it's the same director that did Prey that has come back to do this, because it feels completely poles apart.
Yeah.
And I don't know, is this just is he just a Predator guy and he thinks he can do any Predator, any tone, any style? You know, I'm the guy to do it, and I'm kind of thinking maybe not.
All of science fiction hasn't had a movie like this.
But now it feels like, yeah, they're setting up this Guardians of the Galaxy style shenanigans with this motley crew who've come together in this film.
Yeah, I think we're thrown into a fight between Deck, our hero Predator, who's a runt Predator, who's trying to prove himself a fight against his brother to impress their father, to be part of the clan or not. The fight was very dull and...
Right off the bat, it was just like a very kind of video game kind of fight, unrealistic, weightless CGI, where they can do unbelievable sort of things, because they are humanoid creatures, you know, who are bound by the laws of gravity and stuff, you know, and suddenly they're just like, you know, jumping about everywhere.
That's what was largely missing from this film, is the physicality, the realism in that side of things.
We don't really spend much time with the dynamic of the brother and the father. I felt he needed a little more kind of fleshing out and stuff before he's dumped on this kind of planet, which is like the most hostile planet in the universe. Even the best predators are like, oh, you know, we don't want to go there because it's so, you know, so deadly. And I just kind of felt that the whole planet was just so over the top, where every little blade of grass can cut you. Every insect is like going to explode if you touch it too much and stuff.
It's too much of that, I thought. Yeah, too many deadly plants. And
we're not even joking about the blades of grass, but there's like the blades of grass can cut you to ribbons and stuff like that. And it just like everything was kind of like became more and more ridiculous. And he's on this planet to try and get the apex predator, which is the Kalisk.
Yeah.
And it's been undefeated. And that was the most ridiculous thing, because when he does defeat it, he cuts the head off. And then it regenerates back again.
Yeah, so this is why it's undefeated.
You're after a creature that can't be killed.
Well, we'll introduce our second character, played by Elle Fanning, who's a sort of a synthetic who's been on the planet to try and capture the Kalisk with her team from Weyland-Yutani. So they're becoming a major part in the Predator franchise now. They're from the Alien franchise initially, but obviously we've crossed all that over now. So
yeah, I quite like that, the Weyland-Yutani stuff.
I'm just getting kind of bored of it now. It's just like every time it's like Weyland-Yutani, they're up to their old tricks again, and it's just like, right, okay, we've done this so many times now.
You know, I expected more from you. I thought you'd be smarter than this.
I'm happy to disappoint you.
Elle Fanning plays two characters in this, sort of like two synthetics who are identical.
Yeah, so we've got Thea, which is the main one.
Yeah.
And she's quite an upbeat kind of AI personality.
Upbeat would be the nice way of putting it.
Yeah, I quite like that, because that's kind of the way AI is, isn't it? With chatbots.
Do you think that's what they were sort of doing? Yeah.
I think so. They could have done a bit more of it.
More of it.
I could help you. Well, good luck with your journey.
Yeah, just the idea of her being an AI and, very positive, reinforcing things, and then, but behind the scenes, she's actually plotting something else, maybe, that kind of idea.
Okay.
So I thought maybe she was kind of just put on her face, whereas, to get the Predator to take her back to her legs.
She's trying to get back to her legs. Yeah, that's her sort of story.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't think she kind of has a nasty streak. The nasty side is basically her twin.
Yeah, well, they say that they're sisters, but they hinted to sort of something more and stuff like that. I was a bit confused about that, if I'm honest with you. But
Probably just the same model, but different personality.
yeah, but they've been given feelings so that they can properly understand the wildlife of this planet or something. And another sort of like, hand wave that away, and that explains why she has this thing. But I just found her completely overbearing, like right from the start. And I guess it kind of lets up a little bit as the film kind of goes, and she stops this like inane sort of incessant questioning and chatter and, being jokey. And I suppose they were trying to go for a yin to the Predator's yang, I guess, because he's quite silent and stoic and he's not going to put up with this shit and all this kind of stuff. And she's just like,
Why'd you stop? Let's get out of here.
Having kind of slept on it and stuff, I can kind of see, look, this film wasn't made for me.
Yeah.
It wasn't made for 48-year-old Predator fans, It's a 12A certificate. It's made for that audience.
Yeah.
It's made for a wider audience where they want to have the side character. We'll have there's this sort of
We haven't mentioned Bud.
Bud, the merchandising opportunity here, who's like basically like a baby Yoda, and I twigged what he was more or less. He comes to save them at one point or something, doesn't he?
Yeah.
And she says she's an expert in the planet's wildlife and stuff, but she goes, "Oh, I don't know what you are. I've never seen you before."
Well, there can't be many of them.
Yeah, no, fair enough. But I was a bit like, right, that line's in there for a reason. So I kind of twigged right away, like, okay, so spoiler alert. It's a baby Kalisk at the end of the day, which is the huge beast that they're trying to defeat, and they kind of find that out later on.
It just, looked like a cute version of Gollum or something.
Yeah, they made it about as cute as they could, given the constraints of the creature, I suppose.
It's a nice idea, but I would have liked a more realistic version.
Yeah.
Grown-up version.
We do see a slightly older version at the end of it. It was making me think of Groot from the Guardians of the Galaxy and stuff like that. And it's very much got that ensemble kind of thing where they're like a disparate group of anti-heroes or something like that brought together. They're going for that. It's toned down with the violence and the blood and all that kind of stuff. So it effectively, it annoyed the absolute crap out of me watching it. I went to sleep angry. I woke up and I was like, it wasn't made for me, It just wasn't made for me, and that's all there is to it at this point. And I just have to kind of let that go and not be an angry old man, So, and just let the kids enjoy their Predator, because I think it'll probably play quite well to a general audience.
And hopefully afterwards they buy them a copy of Predator 2.
At least there wasn't too much, or was there any sort of like fan service or Easter eggs or anything like that? I didn't really notice anything.
Yeah, that's one thing I kind of liked about it. It wasn't like Predators, which was basically a fanboy film. Kind of giving you what you want and harking back to the original Predator film. But this one didn't do much of that.
No, I was expecting more. So I was thankful for that, I suppose. But yeah, I think if this is a success, I think you're right. They are going to be looking to talks with Arnold and do whatever.
Yeah, I mean,
go for it, guys. You know, it's yours now. It's nothing to do with us.
Get it done.
Just do what you need to do at this point. I don't care anymore. It's like fine.
Fake laugh, hiding real pain.
I mean, it's one for the family, isn't it?
It's a Predator film that you can take the family to, and you can watch it. And I don't know, maybe we need that. Maybe we need that. Maybe that's okay.
Maybe see it through our kids' eyes.
Yeah.
Okay, here are your rankings.
Right, okay, so this is from a couple of years ago, but we did update it for Killer of Killers. So
And as we can see, you put Alien vs Predator Requiem last place.
yeah, I still think that's worse, definitely.
Okay. And next you had The Predator.
I don't know. I'm gonna put it somewhere. I don't know whether I put it above or below The Predator. That's the Shane Black one, yeah.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think that because next is Alien versus Predator, isn't it? I don't think that's a particularly great film, but I have a bit more fun with that than this film, really. So
Okay.
I'll put it above for now. I'll put it above the Shane Black film.
Here are my rankings.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So where's it going?
Okay, so last place I had The Predator, so I'm gonna put it above that.
Okay.
Next I had Predator Killer of Killers, and I'll put it above that.
Oh, you put okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Predators, I'll put it above that. I think I enjoyed it more than Predators.
Yeah. Okay.
Next I had AVP Alien vs Predator. That's a tough one. Now, I'll put it above that for now.
Okay, but it could come down.
It could come down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's it. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm a bit higher than you,
Yeah, a little bit. Aye.
but it's definitely not going above Alien vs Predator Requiem.
Crikey, how high up is that? Is that in your list? Oh, I can see it. I can
number
see
4.
It here, obviously, I can see it here. Number 4. Blimey. Okay, we may have to come back to the Predator franchise at some point to sort this mess out.
Yeah. Okay, log ratings for Predator Badlands. I'm going to give it 3 logs.
3. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's one to take the family to.
Sure.
It's fun if you're kind of lower your IQ and view it through a child's eyes.
Yep. Yep. Okay, fair enough. That's very generous of you. I was going to go lower than this, but I'll give it a 2. I can't go any higher than that, given I think I'm being generous given how I felt watching it. But like I say, sort of like coming out of it and going, right, this isn't made for me. I'll give it a 2, but I think it will be enjoyed by a general audience, and we'll probably give it a 3.
Cool.
In general. So yeah, that's our review of Predator Badlands. Is that everything?
Yeah, and we'll need to do Badlands next.
Badlands is next, just because of the title similarity, I guess. That's how we'll work it here.
Yeah.
But until then, we'll see you next time.
Cheers.